Okay, good evening, everybody. Tuesday evening here. It's 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Who do we got with us this evening? We got Tickle Monster, Logger's here, Charlie's here, Josh Trades Futures, Robert's here, Bowser's here, LJ. What's up, guys? How's everybody doing? So let's see what we get. So it looks like there's some nice long potential here. Did get a nice move up there. Most of the indexes are moving up. Looks a little cleaner on the indexes than it does in gold. You looking for upside, Tickle Monster in gold? What are you thinking? Pretty good move here. Holding above this key LVN here at 615 on NQ. Hold on here. Big rotations on gold for this early in the Globex Open. I do see some more upside in NQ. So looking long here. Little scalp on my new top one. Finally, the delayed data went through. I spent all morning trying to work with them, wondering why my data was delayed. It was the weirdest thing. It's all fixed now. So this is the new top one futures Tradeovate accounts. I got a 150K. Just started it today, up 246. That's pretty cool. And if you guys saw, we now have badges in the Discord. You guys can get badges for your profit levels starting at 1K. If you can prove that you've gotten 1K in profits or more, you get a badge. We have one for 1K, 5K. They're really cool. Oh, it's 3 a.m. Where are you, Trader 25? Where it's 3 a.m. Let's see. It's 5, 3, 4, 5. Man, you must be in like Asia, maybe. KZ, welcome to the stream. We're watching NQ Gold. I don't know what I like here. Kind of right diddling in the middle here on gold. Let's drop ourselves a little bit of a profile. We're right at the point of control on gold. So not loving it here.
Connection lost.
Well, it sold off a little bit. Back to VWAP. That's a great question. LJ says, if I got 1K one week, but then lost it the next week, does that still count? I mean, I'll let you make the executive decision on that one. Was it cash or was it a prop firm? I guess. If it was a prop firm, I think I would count it as a payout. You got the payout. That's one thing. Yeah, cash. It's a little murkier, unfortunately. We'd like to see consistent profit. I mean, if you submitted it after a 1K, and if you made 1K this week and then you submitted for the badge, you would get it. But you can't like backdate your proof, if you know what I mean. You can't submit it for today and just show me last week's profit. Like I want to see it carry forward to today. We have to maintain some integrity in the verification process. See if anybody else requested one. Gave out a couple today already. A couple 10Ks, a couple 5Ks. See if we got any more. No, no more. I'll check it again tomorrow. The diamond is the break even badge, LJ. It's break even and below is the diamond. If you have a diamond next to your name, we know you're break even or below. Nope, demos don't count, unfortunately. Maybe we'll have like a paper trading competition. You guys can win that one. So we're a little choppy here. Gold looks like it's selling off. We have a key level down here at 230, which is today's IB low. And it's a LVN right here. And it's the value area high from Thursday, Thanksgiving. So that's an interesting area to go long or shoot towards as a potential target to the downside. All right, it bounced off of VWAP a little bit there. Very low volume. Nothing to get excited about here. We'll wait, see if we get anything. We're doing side quests now, LJ. I never understood the whole paper trading competition thing. I would imagine, like, you know, if you're that good at trading, why would you want to just paper trade for a competition? I guess it's like bragging rights, accolades. I don't know. Hey, NQZ VWAP here. No real direction. It's just kind of meandering. Just a little long scalps for me. A little long here. Off the VWAP and see if it holds. Stop out below it. Well, we all know why people are such good paper traders, because there's no real risk, right? It's easy when there's no risk. And then people like size up and they take massive trades. Just little scalps there. Little longs off of VWAP. It's been holding for like the last, I don't know, 20 minutes. Gold. Back down a lower band here. So it could be a good trade. What I don't like about this gold setup is this harsh setup and then this anemic bounce. Looks like it wants lower. So I don't like that. These are turning red here. It's not everybody trade today. We had a decent day on the stream. A lot of great textbook setups here. We look at NQ. We have this beautiful VWAP Bounce textbook. VWAP Bounce. Price discovery continuation long. Price discovery continuation long. Madonna trade, fade value or extreme short. Initial balance high rejection. The Madonna worked. This right here, guess what that was? Pretty sure that was weekly VWAP right there. VWAP bounce long off weekly VWAP. Right back to what? Other side of value. Fade value or extreme short. Some good VWAP scalp opportunities. So the Madonna is the first test of the initial balance, high or low, and we expect a rejection. So it's the first time that once we have an initial balance set at 10:30, price tests the IB high or low, and we anticipate a rejection. That's the trade. And we call it the Madonna trade because the initial balance was touched for the very first time. Hey, Dre, great to have you. I don't do much footprints, AJ. Not really my shtick. I focus on my deviations, my initial balance, and my volume profile. So we got this LVN right here. which held out of the open. And we got value area high up here at 640. So we'll see if that gives us a level to maybe trade off of, but we're just kind of chopping down here by VWAP. So very tight range. Looks weak. Pretty much a flat delta here. This is a good place to force trades and get nothing from it. There's really not much edge here, unfortunately. Let's take a look at gold again. Q selling off here. Could be the first real down opportunity we get. Look for a good short. It's weak. We're at a key LVN. If it breaks, we could see some nice downside. Little price discovery continuation short to the downside. Nice. Broke the key LVN. Just a couple of scalps here, guys. Very small size, just taking one at a time. Just up $132. A couple scalps. JP, you have missed absolutely nothing. I've made a whopping $132. I can almost pay for one of the dinners I went out to while I was away. Almost. And traveling is so expensive. You know, everything you do costs money. It's crazy. You can't sneeze without spending money. Got some buyers stepping in here. Now let's see if it back tests that LVN for a continuation. It looks like it did it. Yep, there it goes. So that was a back test short right there. Very nice. You had to be quick. I missed it. Did not take that one. It's good to be back in the saddle, I'll tell you that much. Missed our trading streams. All right, it's going down pretty good now. It's a good 20 points so far. I want to get too excited. Is there news? Asia Pacific markets are rising. Huh. How far does it go? So 576. Yeah, this is an exciting handle. I want to see it break this level, and then I'm going to try and snatch along here. It's 76. That's a weekly upper band. And we have another key LVN right below it. So I'm going to be patient. See if we get another 10 points out of it. We'll layer in here a little bit. A little scalp, kind of bottom ticked it there a little bit. Just guys, real small, quick scalps. I'm not the best after hours trader. Not a huge fan of the low liquidity. So that puts me at, 191. Just one little mini at a time. Nothing crazy. I will take another one though if we get down to 576. Yeah, we're far from IB on NQ. $576. It's not far away. I mean, they look the same to me, Lager. I don't really notice any difference whatsoever between the two of them. I trade. This is the prop firm, and then I have my cash. It's literally exactly the same. This is the prop firm one. This is top one futures, 150K. And when I trade my cash, it's literally no different than this. There's nothing different about it whatsoever. I think they probably will be rolling out some new features, I would imagine. All right, that one was bought up a little bit there. You're getting close to my level here. All right. This is roughly it. Hopefully it doesn't melt right through it. Nice. So bottom tick that at 80.75. I closed it for a little scalp there, up $300. Some little scalpacitos. Scalpacitos. Am I shorting GC? No, I'm not even. I'm on NASDAQ right now. Does this, unless gold is now $25,000 an ounce? Gold is going sideways. It's been going sideways for the last hour and a half. NASDAQ's going down nice though. It's got a little more volatility than gold right now. All right, let's see what happens down here. 76. This is the spot. All right, that was good. Here it goes. Australian news coming out here. That might have been the bounce. We'll see what happens. It's got to keep holding here. If it goes any lower, we could see some acceleration to the downside. I'm done in this account. It was brand new. I just got it today. 334. Traded it for $200 earlier, so 536 today. Not bad. Look at that. Wow, weird. It's almost like it reacts to these levels. Bizarre. Who would have known? Yeah, scalped 10 points there. $531. I got a 560. I got a LVN right here at 558. Kind of chopped around it a lot today, though. Interestingly enough. Oh, infinite Drysdales. So some buyers stepped in here. Still seems weak. Okay, well, we paused here a minute. I would say 560 is our next level. If we break this, go down another 15 points. Sorry to hear that, Mark. I don't know what to tell you. Anybody else having issues with the Discord stream? Okay, thanks, guys. Sorry, Mark. All right, so this would be the price discovery continuation short. That's the setup. Nice. Anybody take that? It worked. Beauty. All right, buyers seem to be stepping back in here, so careful. That was the initial reaction short. I would not let this turn into a loser if you're short. Stop at break even. This is a price discovery continuation short. This is the weekly upper band. So this was the long, this is the short. This is the short. So short, long, short. This is Globex lower band right here. This is the weekly upper band right here. Still holding. Yeah. Was a perfect bounce off that weekly upper band. It's beauty. All right, buyers have overrun the lower band. We did get the initial reaction. Got almost 10 points there. Now buyers overtook it. Now it's the return to value long. Let's see if they can continue to bring it back up. Nice. Buyers really stepping in here. Failed breakdown almost. We get back above VWAP. $20 points from that VWAP upper band. Price discovery continuation. Higher time frame PDC long right here. Now we can try and go for the VWAP bounce short. Okay, Logger, thanks for joining us tonight. I'm looking for one more big push up to go for the short, but we might not get it. We'll see. Hmm. Yeah, there might be something wrong with some people's discords. If you haven't updated, most people are not having a problem. TBJ. I suggest trying to restart. These are key LVNs off the composite profile. Okay, so if I were to render the profile, I can't render both. Let's see here. If I were to render the composite profile and I were to zoom out here, these are LVNs off of this profile. They're automatically plotted by the toolkit. See that? I don't normally keep it rendered because it takes up resources. So I usually just turn that off and keep the levels. So I caught this short here on the break, this key LVN, wrote it a little bit, back test short, and we caught the long off of weekly upper band. There was this would be the VWAP Bounce short area. See if it works. Short 603. Give it 10 points. What's up, Bob? Hey, that's a good looking badge you got there, Bob. Some serious Discord bling. So it's going very slow, but it looks like it. I don't know. We'll see. You know what? I might get out early. So I'll give it to 9.25. Could always get back in. So if we're in price discovery to the upside, they're green. If we're in price discovery to the downside, they're red. If we're in a balanced market, they're white. This is the VWAP right here, 609. See what the buyers do here. Grinding. Doesn't look like it's going to work. We do have this LVN right here, but that's too much distance between. You kind of want to stop out in between these two. You could always get back in. It's grinding up now. That's the LVN right here. After that failed breakdown, it's getting a little bit of buyers are getting aggressive here. Weekly Naveed is always more significant than Globex, especially a brand new Globex that's only been around for an hour and a half, 90 minutes. Well, that was a completely failed breakdown. A higher time frame price discovery continuation long carried much greater weight. If anybody held from down here, that was epic. Nice trade. VWAP bounce. So these shorter term, we got an initial reaction here. We got a very small reaction at the VWAP, maybe 5 points, and then it reclaimed all these levels. Naveed Globex generally will have more power. There's more information in it, so it tends to be stronger. We'll watch both though, for the most part. They'll eventually usually get pretty close together too on most days later in the session. All right back to upper band, just like that. We got a lot of action in this Globex today. Things were starting off very slow. Let's see what happens in the next 10 minutes, but lots of strength now. It's hard to flip biases like that. Those failed breakdowns can be nasty because you want to short, right? We just had this nasty sell off, right? We're thinking, where do we short? Where do we short, right? And you get crushed. A lot of people got crushed earlier trying to long. We had a lot of strength, right here. Let's clean this up a little bit. Let's actually look at it here. All right, so we had all this strength, price discovery continuation longs, right? Lots of price discovery. Everything's long. Everything's strong. Right? PDC long, VWAP bounce long, back up to session highs, and then people start, long, failed, right? Long, right? So it goes down another 50 points. All right, people got crushed on that sell off there because everything was so strong. Everybody's looking to buy the pullback, and it kept pulling back, man. 200 points later, we found a bottom and we rallied all the way back up to the top. Frustrating for anybody who wasn't managing their risk or just couldn't get out of their way of that this thing's going up more, right? Just pulled back so much. All right, we're going to wrap up here in about 5 minutes, guys. Anybody have any questions before we wrap up here this evening? I probably won't be taking any more trades, so be happy to take 5 minutes and answer any questions if anybody has any. Take your shots. Naveed, wow, I really appreciate that. Let me read this for the Discord. Naveed said, quite honestly, after 10 years of trading and trying 100 strategies and blowing hundreds of accounts, I finally found the best trading system ever. Thank you, brother. You are changing lives out there. Really appreciate that. And we will continue. We will continue and we will work on this. And there'll be a lot of opportunity for people to find and learn the system. The beauty of this is that there is no edge erosion in this. This is how markets work. It's all based on auction market theory, and the auction ain't changing. Does I would say this is I mean, I see what you're saying, Herm. It's more of a fade value or extreme because this would be the upper edge of the value area up here. Right? This is just a little excess price. Not real price discovery. It's just a big giant wick. Yeah, it's hard to trade on a phone. Assassin. Real tough. This would be a fade value. That'd be interesting to see if it pulls back here. This could be the long spot between 615 and 610. So this would kind of be the back test long if it continues in this direction. Now the problem is we have these big rotations, right? Big rotations, right? So you'd expect another big rotation. So this could be a little early to go long, but we'll see. My risk per trade depends on what account I'm trading. It's usually a couple $100, usually $300 to $400 or $500. If I'm trading a 50K, maybe like $300. All right, 3 minutes here. We'll see what happens at the Open of Japan in Tokyo, and then we'll call it a night here. And I'll be back live tomorrow, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time in the Premium Discord. Low latency live stream for premium members. That starts at the market open. And then we have a delayed feed that goes on YouTube at around 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's delayed by a couple minutes. Well, that was the long spot. Did put the arrow here. Didn't quite get down to the deep enough where I would have taken it, but that would have been a break back test. LVN. Awesome. Yeah, once you see this stuff, guys, it's almost like you can't unsee it. Take your time, practice, base hits, level to level. A lot of people shoot themselves in the foot because they go for these huge home run trades. They're really tough to catch. You're better off just taking the high probability setups, grab some good profits out of it, move on to the next setup. So it looks like we're back in this trading range here. And if we were to draw right, so you can see it here on the profile. Right, here's the LVN. That's where we just kind of went to. Right, and this is just value area high, value area low. And then there's another distribution down here. This is a low volume pocket. I would have expected that to hold at least a little more than it did, but is what it is. 15 seconds. Tokyo opens. Now, Asian markets have been rising. Let's see if it gets a continuation to the upside out of that. Gold has been in this 10-point range since it opened. It looks like Tokyo's bringing some strength into gold here and the indexes. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap up here. We'll be at it tomorrow, 9:30 a.m. If you're going to continue trading, manage your risk, stay sharp. For those of you in the premium Discord, you guys should head on over to the voice channels. You can trade gold, NQ, collaborate with the other traders for the Asia session. I know things get a little busier in the next hour or two. Have a wonderful night, guys. Be safe out there, and I will see everybody in the morning. Hours are usually in the morning or after the stream if I have some time. You could always tag me too to make sure. Is there one in there? Yeah, I saw this. Let's take a look. Why don't we just take a look while we're here? Okay, so I suggest when you do these, use the long short tool so we can see what direction you were, where your take profit was, where your stop loss was, and how long the trade lasted. So that way at a glance, we can see what the trade looked like, your risk and your profit target. That gives us a lot more information. Not a bad trade. You were